Hello everyone, welcome back to Anonymous World. Hope you are doing well. So today is day 5 of the advent of cyber. So let's see what we have in day 5. Okay, so day 5 is brute forcing. He knows when you are awake. Okay, let's start with the story. So Elf McSkidy asked Recon McRed to search for any backdoor that the Bandit Yeti app might have installed. So if any such backdoor is found, we would learn that the bad guys might be using it to access system on Santa's network. So learning objectives of day 5, learning about common remote access services, recognizing a listening VNC port in a port scan, using a tool to find VNC server's password, and how to connect with VNC server using a VNC client. So first topic is about remote access services. Okay, so first let's start our machine and attack box because it takes a bit of time. Okay, so one can easily control the computer system using the attached keyboard and mouse when you are at your computer. How can we manage a computer system that is physically in a different place, but we want to access it from a remote place? Okay, so remote access services are used for that. So we will mention. They have mentioned three examples. First one is SSH, second one is RDP, and third one is VNC, which is our main task for today's day. Okay, so SSH stands for Secure Shell. It's initially used in Unix-like system for remote login. It provides user with a command line interface that can be used to execute commands. Second one is RDP, which stands for Remote Desktop Protocol. Okay, it provides a graphical user interface to access an MS Windows system when using remote desktop. And VNC stands for Virtual Network Computing. It provides access to a graphical interface which allows the user to view the desktop and optionally control it using mouse or keyboard. Okay, now the second topic is authentication. So authentication refers to process where a system validates your identity. Like on a login portal, when you give your credentials, then that process is known as authentication. Okay, so authentication is achieved by one or more of the following: something you know, it can be like password or a pin; something you have, like token, a mobile phone, or a key file; and then something you are, like biometric authentication, such as using fingerprint, red or retina scan. Now, attacking passwords. So passwords are the most commonly used authentication methods, but they are exposed to a variety of attacks. So the following are some of the ways used in attacks against passwords. First one is shoulder surfing. So shoulder surfing is where victims' shoulder might reveal the pattern they use to unlock their phone or the PIN code to use the ATM. Like a person standing beside may see what you are typing or what pattern you are drawing to unlock your system. Okay, then another one is password guessing. So without proper cyber security awareness, some users might be inclined to use personal details such as birth date or daughter's name or family name or pet name as their password, which can easily be guessed. Then dictionary attack. This approach expands on password guessing and attempts to include all valid words in a dictionary or a word list. Then brute force attack. So this attack is the most exhaustive and time consuming, where an attacker can try all the possible character combinations to against a username to guess the password. So now let's focus on dictionary attacks. So one of the famous dictionary is rocky.txt. So what happens in dictionary? Hackers compile one list after another of password leak from various data breaches. Okay, so the choice of word list should depend on knowledge of the target. For instance, a French user might use a French word instead of an English one. Consequently, a French word list might be more promising. So, okay, so attacker can create a word list based on the target day-to-day life or what victim does regularly and can create a word list according to that. Now, Rocky's word list contains more than 14 million unique passwords. Hacking and authentication service. So one example is given there. So first step is to run the nmap on the given target to see what port and services are running in that particular IP. So start the attack box and attach virtual machines. Okay, we have already done that. Our attack box is started. Let's open our terminal. Then we need to run the nmap scan to see what ports and services are running. Okay, so SSH is running and then VNC is running on port 5900. So we want an automated way to try common passwords or entries from a word list. Here comes THC Hydra. So Hydra supports many protocol including SSH, FTP, POP3, VNC, IMAP, SMTP, and all methods related to HTTP. So Hydra is used to brute force the password for the following services. Okay, so its syntax is Hydra hyphen L small l for username and then hyphen capital P for giving a word list, then server and service. So small l used to give a particular username, and if you want to give a complete word list, then you need to use hyphen capital L. Okay, server is the host name or IP address, and service indicates the service in which you are trying to launch the dictionary tag, SSH, FTP, VNC, etc., etc. So one example is given here. You can go through that. Okay, there are some extra optional arguments that you can add, like hyphen v or hyphen vv for verbose, hyphen d for debugging. Okay, so let's go ahead. Then there is connecting to a VNC server. It tells how you can connect to a VNC server. Go to applications, then internet, and there is Remina, which is a remote desktop app. So then you will get a dialog box. To unlock your login keyring, click cancel, then select the protocol and type the IP address. Okay, so now let's go to ask the questions. So our first question is, use Hydra to find the VNC password of the target with IP address 10.10.179.57. What is the password? So we need to find password for VNC server. So its command will be Hydra. Now VNC does not have a username, so we can eliminate the hyphen L part. We can directly go with hyphen P. We will use capital P and we will be using rockview.txt. So by default it is stored in user share word lists, then rockview.txt. Okay, followed by service name and server name. So we are using VNC, then IP, and let's use verbose too. Press enter. Okay, so it's attempting various password against this VNC server. Okay, so we got our password. It is 1Q2W3E4R. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, it's correct password. Yeah, it's correct password. So now using a VNC client on the tag box, connect to the target of IP address. This and what is the flag written on the target screen? So let's go to applications, internet, then remain. Okay, cancel this. Then select the protocol, remote access service, which is VNC. Then the IP address 9.57. Okay, then enter the password which we just got and click on OK. Okay, let me do it full screen. Okay. Okay, so we got our flag, which is PHM. I see your screen. Okay, so now if you like the topics presented in this task, you can check out this some rooms. Next, protocols and servers, Hydra, password attacks, John the Ripper. Also, you can check out Crack the Hash. It is also a very good room. So that's all for today. I will see you tomorrow in day 6. Till then, keep learning.